is in danger. My wife is lost to me, and I don't have time.
I always had a feeling Alexandra would die. um, I said it a lot to Brandon and Taylor season one. I'd be like, she's gonna die, right? I don't know. I think I've read enough scripts and seen enough Taylor Sheridan where I was just like, I think that's probably gonna happen. Doesn't make it any less devastating to read or to act. But I think, we didn't know how anything would happen. We didn't know if there would be a baby. We didn't know who would meet who. There were so many different iterations of the way that could have gone down. And so I think reading the finale in general was so emotional. Just wept the whole time. And everything I would say was kind of a shock because you really didn't know.
Alexandra's death is so just painful and tragic and beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful the way that he wrote it. But I couldn't even read that script. I still get emotional thinking about it. It's so beautifully written, and you feel so tied to these characters and their stories. And spent 3 years with Spencer. So it's really painful. I can still feel it, the way that those scenes played out. And I kind of knew that something tragic would happen, and we just didn't know who's it gonna be? Is it Harrison? Is it Helen? Is it her? And he really just. I thought that it was, it was definitely I don't know if shocking is the word, but. It definitely got me, for sure, how he did that.
I think Alex goes through so much this season, and I think it was so important to tell not only the story of her own resilience and how deep she can dig to keep going and how much a mother's love can endure, but also so much of it is like she faces so much violence because she was a woman alone in the 1920s. She was vulnerable. And I think so many women live with so much fear just inside their bodies at all times. They know what that feels like. And so everything I was accessing for that reason. I think at the end when she does die, while I think we all wish that they could live happily ever after, she dies in the most Alexandra way possible. It's the biggest sacrifice for her family and for her baby. It's all born out of love, and she still goes out cracking jokes. So I think she's made peace with that decision and facing the reality of her situation. And I think she knows that Spencer and her will live on so much bigger than just this moment in time that they had together. I think at least for Alex, like one thing I've learned so much from her in the way that I want to live my life, and one thing that she does so beautifully is she doesn't stop living for 1 second. If she finds something that brings her happiness, she faces it. When she finds this love in Spencer, she doesn't look back. And while, yes, it did cost her so much, the old sacrifice, I think really at the end of the day, for these two people, it was worth it because they did have each other. And I think, Spencer, it says in the voiceover at the end, he lives the rest of his life and doesn't, her memory never fades, never frays. They were two people who were meant for each other, and they weren't gonna let anything stop them. And that's why they find each other at the end in that heaven sequence.
That type of love, I think, is something that every human being desires and longs for, and I don't think that it happens to everybody. And it's a special type of connection that you can't intellectualize or rationalize, and you could try and explain it away. And I think that's something that everybody wants, and it's what songs are written about, and it's what art is about, and wars have been fought over it, and it's a thing, you know. And he gets it, and he understands what that is, and it's and just to, I mean, what somebody will do for it, and I mean, to, like, it's literally life or death, because it's that special, and it's that rare. And I think that it's just sort of the, you know, the love will prevail, you know, love against all odds type of thing. And it's the most human thing that's universal, no matter where you live, you know, your religion, what race you are, whatever, it doesn't matter, gender. It's just, I mean, everyone can relate to that. And we all want it, you know.